All this week on YouTube and Facebook, we'll be presenting special segments labeled the Road to Uprising 2 Special. Interviews, vignettes, and other miscellany to help quench your thirst for the big event this Saturday. Uprising 2. October 17th, 2 p.m. from Safe Haven in Streator. Call them pioneers, founders, originators, even call them rebels, because for the first time, both Mike Houston and Kyle Cash are rebels, powerless within their own organization. Jim Spraggan is in total control of Uprising, and he is sending two of his mercenaries, Chris Kennedy and Pennywise, to try and permanently finish the war on the founder that was waged the moment RevDub came to Streator 14 months ago. Shortly after the main event of Adrenaline last week, I went upstairs into the prayer room at Safe Haven to attempt to make good company with bad company. I had to alter this question a little bit, but in the end this is probably an all too obvious answer I'm going to expect from a rather all too stupid question. How bad has the business and personal relationship been between you, Mike Houston, and Jim Spraggan?
Well, I mean, we didn't start off too well. Last season, administration ran rampant, and Spraggan was just on the hit list. We were trying to prove a point, and just got out of control. I don't know Jim all that well personally. I just know him from here. I understand he had payback, which he got last season, but this has just gone on and on and on, and you know, I figured he'd get the hint after watching us last season just get out of control. I was on a power trip, and Jim has just taken it to a whole nother level.
For our fans who kind of sort of know the story of Revolution's arrival to Safe Haven, is it true that Spraggan played a part in bringing Revolution to this building and to Streator?
Yes, he played the huge part. And, you know, I wanted to get Revolution out here for a while, and when it happened, and we made the deal last season, I said, screw it. We tried to prove a point out of Jim. I changed my ways. Jim disagrees, but the big thing is it can only go on for so long. You know, you can only beat so many people down and screw so many people over, and after Uprising last year, the death match, I finally woke up and said, okay, this has gotten out of control, and here we are.
I know I'm thankful for all of Safe Haven staff that are actually,
yes.
You know, you guys are, despite all of what Jim Spraggan has done over the course of this entire year, is there any shred of thankfulness that you have to Spraggan exclusively for RevDub maintaining a stable, sustainable home? Because you've been on this journey for a long time. You've had many different places where you've done shows. All of last season there were 4. We've been here. This is probably the longest you've had a venue. Is there any sort of thankfulness that you would deliver to him exclusively?
Gotta be thankful for him giving us a home here at Safe Haven, and you know, I kind of put Safe Haven on one planet and Jim Spraggan on his own. You know, I can't hate all the workers that work here and all the fans that come here and anyone who's involved with Safe Haven, just because Jim Spraggan wants to give it a bad name, I guess. And I know it's a good place. I'm thankful for that, definitely.
He wants to threaten us and hold it all over our head, but I tell you what, it's strength in numbers, and if Spraggan wants to threaten us about that, it's all getting to his head. And I don't know, if we don't take care of him by Uprising, then I don't know what the future holds.
As you're observing Salvation, as they've run rampant, went all over the locker room during the first half of the season, you, Kyle, you were basically trying to wash the stink of last year off. This year, you went undefeated all the way to FanFest and a Golden Opportunity. At this point in time in your career, did you pay any attention to Spraggan and Salvation's antics?
Oh yeah, I mean everyone did. But it wasn't my business at the time until they made it my business when they attacked me. All I was doing was going out there and saying I was going to take a leave of absence. And out of nowhere they come out and just attack me for what? Because I'm Mike's brother, and I guess Revolution is really, if it's not his, it's my home. Or kind of my creation, basically. You know, we helped found FYW and Revolution years ago.
Considering the fight for power that ensued the year before, with administration versus rebellion, and that video message that was sent at the beginning of the season, why did it take until Pledge of Allegiance to finally answer back, to bounce back and want that fight?
I just sat back and I wanted to see how far he was really going to take it. And, you know, I had a lot on my plate at that time. I had just stepped back from wrestling and got focused on, okay, the wrestling, the show, the fans. I had to change my own ways before I finally said, okay, I have to step in. And that Pledge of Allegiance, that's where it happened.
For the first time, I think, ever, Kyle Cash pointed it out perfectly, the perfect term, last week. Rebels. For the first time ever, it seems like in your company, the company you guys broke from the front yard up, you guys are literally and figuratively rebels heading into Uprising 2 and the match.
Peter, it's not only us, it's every guy in the locker room. It's all the fans that come watch
It's the fate of Revolution.
We are a rebellious federation.
If I'm gone,
that's the way to
then
always be.
Spraggan's going to do whatever he wants.
And I think that's
a
why
scary
people
thought.
dig us so much, is we are different.
Now, those that have watched the internet, it's the first time in roughly 3 years that you guys have been in a team. Kind of give a backstory to that, as how Bad Company became one.
Well, to start, not only to, you know, help the tag division and put on great tag matches, but, I don't know, what do you think?
Makes sense. We're brothers. We have grown up all our lives together. Why not tag team? You know, it just fits.
And it wasn't in the plan to reform Bad Company, but at this rate, if I can't do it alone, and with the Sheriff and Big John and all the other guys that are tired of Salvation, there was one guy I had to ask for help, and it's Cash. You know, I screwed him last season. I did not expect him to join Team Houston and help me, but I was all out of options.
You know, have I always been the nicest guy? No, I haven't.
And neither have I. And Spraggan thinks just because I'm doing what's best for Revolution, or at least I'm trying to, that I'm not the same ass kicker I've always been. And when you push me to a point and you keep pushing me, enough is enough. And at Uprising 2, and tonight at Adrenaline, the match with Pennywise, that was just a small taste. And at Uprising 2, it's all or nothing.
You both started this year fighting for your lives. You head into Uprising fighting for your lives. Where does this rank all time in your respective careers?
We're going to have to wait and find out. The match at Uprising, maybe our best match, maybe my best match.
It's going to be a fight.
But I'm not looking for this match to be, oh, well, I'm proud of that match for me. It's not really even about me, or I dare say Mike, it's about the company. It's not really about us. We're fighting for the company.
You know, it's not the Animal Tribute Show, and that was a huge show. And we did it for the animal, but, you know, old scores have to be settled. And that was at the Animal Tribute Show. And Uprising 2, it's a fight for the fate. If we don't win, who knows?
They're watching, and you know who they are for sure. Your final response to Pennywise and Kennedy.
Pennywise and Kennedy, you guys don't know what you're walking into. You have no idea what you're getting into.
They just got a little taste at Cruise Night and
And
Road
tonight-
Uprising and
those were
Unite.
singles matches. Wait till Bad Company reforms. It's been 3 years, and we're going to kick your heads off. That's all that's going to happen. And after you're laying there, what's there left for Spraggan to do? He has no other options.
That's if you can get through Mo first.